If you just started mountain biking, not short of the life skills you might need to get you through the crazy world that is the two-wheeled fanatic, well, look no further, because today in this video, I'm going to be taking you through a few of the essential mountain bike life skills that you're going to need to survive. Righty-ho then. Right, you've got your new steed. It's a little bit cleaner than this one, and it's your pride and joy. But what do you do with it when you're not riding with it? Well, here's a top tip, a life skill if you were. When you're leaning it down on the ground, put the pedal on the non-drive side to the top, and you always lean your bike drive side up. This thing here, they can cost an absolute fortune, and you don't want to just drop it down on there. So there you go, drive side up, life skill numero uno. When you're out riding, why not be nice and polite? Say hi to everyone. I always like to think accompanied by a smile, it goes a long way. If you see a dog walker or a horse rider, and of course another cyclist, say hi. It's not just good for you, it's good for them as well. It makes and shows people just how good the cycling community is, and it can make you feel good too. It's always a fun thing to do, and you never know. If you're real grouchy to someone, you're like, oh, I'm not saying hello to them, they look all moody. But you might need their assistance in the future, so be nice, say hi. Now, I spoke about always putting your bike drive side facing up to protect that mech, but there is an exception. If you live in a country which looks vastly different to the frozen ground there is now, but is actually very hot and dry, and you can get bushfires, well then really hot rotors after a long bike ride, after a big descent maybe, well that can actually cause a bushfire or something like that. So that would be the time you would actually gently place it rotor side up. Keep that really hot rotor off of all this, well not this, but could be potentially very dry grassland. I've mentioned about those rotors getting pretty hot, and that if you live in an area where it's very dry with the woodland or grassland or something that could set off fires, well, here's another thing you should never do. Never touch them. That is an essential mountain bike life skill. These things can get so hot, they'll actually brand you, as I've seen on a friend who thought it'd be funny to grab a rotor. He had a zigzaggy pattern on his palm. That is one you definitely don't want to do. We've all been there. It's been a mega day's ride and you've been out for hours, but you're just having such a good time. Oh my God, you don't know when to call it a day. I'm so tired, I knew I shouldn't have done that last run. And that is a life skill in itself. If you feel cooked, you're probably cooked. Call it a day. What about putting your bike in and out of the car, or servicing it, or maybe just tinkering on it when you want to put it upside down? Well, there's a bit of a no-no here. Don't just go flipping that bike upside down and putting it on the tarmac or the gravel, because you can really damage the cockpit on your bike. So any kind of the tops of the brakes there, or your dropper post, and especially sort of if you've got an XE style bike where the lockout levers might be on the top, or an e-bike where the buttons sit quite proud as well. If you just go chucking that upside down, it's going to scratch them all up and potentially damage them. Same with scuffing up your saddle. It's a big no-no. What I think is a great idea is just keep a blanket in your car. This can be used for a load of different things, but you can just put it on the floor, an old blanket, and it just stops the bike from getting mangled up. If you haven't got a blanket, you could even whip out the floor mats from the car and just pop them down just to stop any damage. Okay, what if you don't want to rest your bike on the floor? It can get run over, walked on, who knows what. You want to lean it against something. There is a correct way of doing it to avoid that happening, because, well, that ain't no good. So let's have a look at how we're going to do it proper. Let's go then. Right, there are 2 points of contact, the handlebars and the back tyre. Kind of in a triangle, so you want to rest your back tyre against the wall, lean it over nicely so the bar rests, and hey presto, your bike stands up all nice and neat and tidy. And the reason is basically the tyre is gripping against the wall, so it's not falling around anywhere like that. It's leaning in slightly on the handlebar, resting. She's solid, look. Ain't going anywhere. No calamities round here. It's the end of the ride and the bike's got to go in the back of the car, but you want to protect your car, so if you can, put a blanket in first. I've only got the one blanket. and I'm more precious about my bike than the car. So I'm going to put this over the bike like this. But what I'm going to do, here's the trick. You don't want to damage the goods. So I'm going to put it cassette side down. That one can go in. Fold this bad boy over. That protects the bike and the wheel. And then by putting this one disc side up, it's not going to clatter together. Solid, and it doesn't rattle around. A nice quiet drive home. Life lesson. There we have it then, some essential mountain bike life skills to help you navigate your way through the crazy world. I hope they've been really helpful for you lot out there, but do you know what? If you've got any of your own, why not let me know down in the comments below. They're always good for other people to read and share, and you never know, might make it to a future video. But from me, that's it for now. Thank you very much, everybody. Happy riding, and I'll catch you later.